Hello, I'm Ryan the Wine Guy. This is the Wine Review, bringing you tonight Alamos Malbec 2015 from Mendoza, Argentina. I love Malbecs. I don't know if you've all witnessed some of my Malbecs that I've reviewed, but it is one of my favorite imported wines out there. This is what it looks like, the bottle. This is the wine itself. A very deep, dark wine. Ruby ridge to it, but really gets really deep, dark red in the middle. You're looking at about 13.5% alcohol by volume. Produced and bottled by Alamos. Imported by Alamos, USA. Product of Argentina, as I said. The Alamos vineyards of Mendoza, Argentina, lie in the foothills of the Andes Mountains. Alamos wines are born of the intense mountain sunlight and pure snowmelt water of the Andes, and embody the richness of this rugged, remote region. Cultivated by the Cantina family for over 100 years, Mendoza's vineyards are among the highest in the world. Alamos Malbec displays dark cherry and blackberry flavors with a long and lingering finish. This balanced and full flavor wine is excellent with grilled meats and vegetables. Now, this wine I actually got at the bar that I go to every Wednesday and Thursday, although Wednesdays they have half-price bottles. So I figure, I like to go there for a glass of wine, but if I can pay for a whole bottle for the price of 2 glasses of wine, why not? Sometimes it might be 3 glasses of wine that the price is, but if I feel that I might want to drink 2 glasses, why not pay for the whole bottle instead of paying for 2 glasses, which would be the price for 1 whole bottle on Half Night Wednesdays? So you see what I mean? It's worth buying a bottle of wine on Wednesdays, especially one that I haven't reviewed, and come home and review for you all. It's like I have a glass there, and then I come home and I have a glass or 2 here, and I got some for tomorrow night, which I usually give to my stepdad, which he'll probably get the rest of this tomorrow. So this is it for me tonight. Anyway, well, you all saw what the bottle looked like. You all saw what the glass looked like. You saw what the wine in the glass looked like. Here's what's going on the nose. Really huge berries. Definitely the cherry stands out. Blackberry. You definitely get this peppery note on it. So this slight spicy note, which you typically would find in Malbecs. Sort of like a floral note, or maybe like a sort of like velvety. Maybe like a light rose. but very velvety, kind of. A little bit of cassis. A light oak in there. And it's just from the pepper that I smell. But overall, very, very berry fruit aromas. Cherry, blackberry. A little bit of like plum-like. Alright, let's do it on the palate. So this is a very good wine. It's a very cheap wine too. I mean, if you buy it at a restaurant, it won't be like very cheap if you buy the whole bottle, but at a typical liquor store, I mean, you're looking at a very average $11 price. I mean, on sale, probably even $7. But you know, don't let that discourage you from drinking wine. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's $10, or oh, you can get on sale for $7. I mean, to me, if you like the wine, you like the wine. It doesn't matter whether it costs $10 or whether it costs $100. If it costs $100, you're a fucking snob. Excuse my language, but you know, if you're one of those people that just is all about, oh, I want 95 points and I want a $100 bottle of wine, I want $500 bottle of wine, you're a snob. I'm sorry. Just get out of my face. I like to do quality. I don't care about quantity. I care about quality wines. Now, not all the time do I review quality wines, because as you have seen a couple times in the past, I have had to cut off a review and say this is terrible and review a new one for you all. And I do post it to YouTube so you all can not try the wines that I don't like. But, you know, I like to give everything a chance. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $50. Yeah, I'll give a $50 bottle of wine a chance. I won't give a $500 bottle of wine a chance because I can't afford it. But I'll give a $50 bottle of wine a chance. But that's the thing. I like to find a limit of the most I would really like to spend at a given time. And you know, because I like to get 8 wines at once, usually 8 or 9 wines at once every month. So I can't really just be going out buying like $50 bottle of wines. I can't buy $50 bottle of wines. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. But anyway, I gotta do another taste. But as I was saying, this is a good wine. Very, very standout. Cherry, blackberry. I get little hints of even blueberry and plum, with kind of like a little undertone of strawberry. Has a nice smooth finish on it. Little hints of pepper stand out. So there is that little hint of spice that really is what really, I think, just makes this Malbec truly appreciative. It's not very spicy, but you get a little bit of pepper kick in there. So, you know, I know some Malbecs are just really peppery or really oaky. You know, this is really, really smooth and just really melts in your mouth. You know, the acidity is really great on this. Nice long lingering finish, as I said. You get those nice fruits that still are dancing on your tongue, with laid back pepper kick that comes up slowly and subtle. So it's not like, oh man, this is spicy. No, slow and subtle. So you just sort of have this pepper kick in the back, but you get those nice fruits still dancing on the tongue. Now, originally, on my wine app, I gave this a 5 out of 5. However, since I started reviewing, I take in account that it's a 2015 vintage. It just turned 2017. So I take that into account, saying, you know what, I would like to see what this might do, maybe in 2018, even into 2019, and at the latest 2020. That's why I don't want to say I'm downgrading it, because ideally this is a 5 out of 5. But I would still like to see how well it could progress in the next 2-3 years. That is why I am giving this a 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, ideally 5 out of 5, but for the time being, let's just assume, this can get better in the next 2-3 years, maybe at most 5. Because I said 2020, so that'd be 5 years from the vintage. So I guess another 3 years, maybe even in 2022. So I would say 2 to 3 years, 4 to 5 at the max. I would like to see what this does. And I don't know. I'm not really going to probably go out and buy 15 vintage and keep it for another 5 years. I mean, who knows? I might eventually if I, really start collecting wines. But usually I'm just in the focus of drinking them right now. But I'm leaving it for you all to really go and see what it does in the next few years. And yeah, I'm sure I might go pick up another bottle if I really like it and let it sit. Who knows? I have to find a point where I need to stop reviewing wines and start just laying them down. And maybe doing wines every here and there. But there's still a lot of wines left to try. And as long as there's still a lot of wines that I want to keep trying, that I want to keep reviewing for you all, I'm going to do that. And once the time comes, I feel like I've reviewed enough, then I'll start laying them down, and as little ones come here and there, I'll review them. But I'll start laying them down, and in the years to come, maybe I'll re-review a wine that I've, say this one, maybe in a year 2022. I'll say, hey, this is a 2005. If you can find it, this is what it tastes like. I mean, Alamos is probably going to be a type of wine that will do a vintage every year or two. So unless if you lay it down, you're a wine collector, it'll be irrelevant. But if you can find it, great. But that is why instead of giving it 5 out of 5, I'm giving it 4.5. Like I said, I'm not downgrading. I mean, technically I am. Ideally, I am downgrading from a 5 out of 5 to a 4.5. But only because I want to see what another couple years can do. Because it is really great right now. It is really I'm still even tasting some of the that pepper sort of is now what's lingering with a slight little fruit kick to it. So this definitely does have a long-lasting finish, just perfect finish, and it's affordable. I mean, like I said, $10 wine. I mean, why not? It's good. It's nice for just a nice night. With food, just with friends, or even by yourself, watching YouTube, like I'm about to do. But until next time, because this has gone on longer than I planned. But, until next time, everyone, I'm Ryan, a wine guy, and I'm looking forward to my next wine that I already have picked out. I won't tell you, but come Sunday or Monday, I have a nice wine, or at least I hope it's a nice wine picked out for you all. So until then, cheers.